Damn it, fella. Look here.
Stand by.
One for C-Lab, two for Troy Eagle, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
Broadcasting live from inside the power band, this is The Blah. In this episode, everybody dies. I'm your host, Kev Vereen, along with my friends, super hetero, lifelong, head in a jar he go.
Ahoy.
And Chad 2 weeks.
And Chad 1 hour late. What's up?
Welcome to the show.
Chad Light Savings
This week,
time.
folks. That's right. Chad Light Savings time. They don't do daylight savings on Australia because they're normal. And so
Twice a year, I'm late for it.
Hey,
Or early.
That's right.
I remember one year I was like, where the fuck are you guys? And you're like, yeah, we don't go on for another hour, buddy. It's like, oh, I guess I'll just sit here.
All right, cool. Anyway, this week, folks, we're tackling the 2002 science fiction classic based on an even more of a science fiction classic, and that would be Minority Report, starring Tom Cruise. I mean, my God, dude, everybody and their mother is in this movie. Neil McDonough, Max von Sydow, Jessica Capshaw. I didn't even know she was in the... Yeah, that's right, dude. Of the Detroit Red Wings fame.
Yep.
Patrick,
100%.
Kilpatrick. Frank Grillo as a pre-crime cop. We never even see his face. Hey, who else is in this thing? Oh, God. What's his name?
Patrick, what's his name?
No.
Yeah, Patrick, what's his name's in it?
No.
Patrick Bateman?
No. Who's the guy?
Patrick Kilpatrick.
Yeah, I got him already.
St. Patrick's in it. Neil McDonough, bro. Come on, dude. Buck from...
I already said McDonough. I said McDonough, dude.
Max von Sydow, Samantha Morton.
Colin Farrell.
Colin Hanks.
Oh my God, he's such a great actor, man. He was in the TV series of Watchmen, and I'm like totally blanking on his name from. Oh my God, I can't even think of the movie. Shit,
This is good stuff here, buddy.
This is really good stuff, man. And now I don't even see his name in the bloody.
Tim Blake Nelson.
Thank you, Tim Blake Nelson as Gideon. I love
That's a
that
death.
guy
That's a
so
Tim Blake
much.
Nelson death.
Oh, dude, that is a major Tim Blake Nelson death, bro.
I didn't remember it either, but Tim Blake Nelson, yeah.
Bruh. Oh, brother, where art there? That's the
There you
name
go.
of the film I was flailing around.
Cool water. Buster Scruggs.
Yeah, Buster Scruggs was good, man. I really liked that one. Anyway, all those great people are in this movie, and we also get a Peter Stormare in like one of his best little cameo style roles ever, dude. Certainly a favorite of mine. And yeah, that's it, man. You know, Tom Cruise. Hey, we just did Days of Thunder. So anyway, high level, somebody go.
Benny, why don't you go, bro?
Oh, you don't want me to go.
Oh boy. Yeah, we do.
Okay, well, that's why I said you should go. Okay, why
Yeah,
don't you
definitely.
Go?
Yeah, you go. Sounds like you hated the movie. Talk about why you don't like it, or tell us that you hate it.
All right, I'll go. Algorithm.
Okay.
I think this movie was a banger in its time. I found the digi stuff kind of really threw me in this. I was just like, oh my God, these action sequences are so horrible. But like, I don't know. I mean, like, it's dated. It doesn't really hold up great from a like, it's fine. It's all right. I think the premise is really interesting still. I think a lot of the stuff under the surface is really interesting. And I didn't like hate it. I was just kind of like, okay, doesn't really hold up. And I found the action sequencey stuff I was really surprised to find this was Industrial Light and Magic, because I just found that almost none of the effects held up. It looked really fake.
It's not ILM.
But said it was. So maybe I'm wrong, but
No, he said it. He said he got a different studio to do it.
okay. Well, yeah, I found myself, whelmed, I guess, and kind of bummed that it didn't hold up as well as my memory of it was very high and classic and legendary, but I think it was of its time and it doesn't kind of have the same zhuzh that it once did. But
Okay.
I'm not like in hate with it. And there
Sure.
were some good performances, good actors, whatever, so maybe I'll take the middle of the road. It sounds like.
Maybe.
I have very similar feelings to Chad. I hadn't seen this in a while. It feels, I don't know, kind of dated. There's a lot of very dumb tech in this movie, including jetpacks with little wee-woo sirens on them. Hollow projector screens where like one particular figure like pops out like a pop-up book, but it's all like smeary and fucking, I don't know. I just found myself not particularly enjoy. Like I felt like they just like embellished stuff for the sake of it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I didn't particularly enjoy that. And then just, I don't know. I'm kind of done with, dystopian futures. Like it's just yet another thing where it's like, tech bros have done it. They've built the eternal torment machine from the famous novel Don't Build the Eternal Torment Machine. It's just it's just like all this like literally I think it's like maybe Palantir or one of those fucking groups is like literally trying to build like an AI algorithm that like will figure out people that are going to be quote unquote troublemakers or whatever.
Yeah,
and like,
that's exactly right, dude. Yes,
seek them out. Like it's just abysmally depressing.
It is.
So watching this, that's like really all I could think about, and I was just like, and even in this movie, they're like, yeah, this is a really bad idea. Like, shouldn't have done this. Like,
but let's keep going.
And the whole time, like your fucking protagonist of the movie is like a true believer in this horse shit, and I don't know. It's just, and then it's just like at the end, it's like, oh, and he's back together with his ex-wife, and they got a new baby. Yay! I don't know. It's just
so overall, fucking 5 stars.
Holy shit! Negative Nelly strikes again with nuclear.
I love that, Benny.
Dude, holy shit! That was. So
I love it.
Good.
I love it.
All right, it sounds to me like. Maybe
no consequences for the bad guys.
Yeah, right. I mean, clearly you got triggered. Like I was when you were telling the story, I was picturing you watching the movie, and then I was like, and then the movie comes on, you start switching, thinking about Palantir, dude. Just
fair enough.
Eyes roll back in your head, dude. It's all coming true.
I mean, that is an interesting angle here,
much,
where I remember watching this back in 20 years ago and being like, whoa, the tech is cool. And then this time I watched it, I was like, wow, like we're not far off from a lot of this minus the jetpacks. Like a lot of the shit in the movie outside of the like precog stuff, just from a like in-universe thing is
Sure.
We're not far off. And at the time, I remember like, whoa, fucking virtual reality, point at it and pull it onto the screen and fucking zoom. And now it's like my arms would get tired. I'm not interested in that bullshit.
Newsflash, we have it. It sucks. It's the worst.
That's what I mean.
It never gets it
right. I think I might have said this on the show one time, but I was watching like Johnny Mnemonic or something back when I was a teenager. And I just remember Johnny Mnemonic like hacks the fucking mainframe with his goggles and he's like boop, 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 boop with his fingers. And I remember like sitting, like after school, I like walked all the way into town to where my mom works because I didn't have a car. And I sit down at the desk and I have to sit there for an hour and waiting for her to get off work. And I remember like closing my eyes and pretending that I was using that computer interface, because that's what fucking losers did at 4:00 on a Tuesday, waiting for their mom to get off work. And one of my mom's coworkers saw me and he's like, what the fuck is your son doing? And I was like, what? He's like, he just did this weird thing with his hands. And I was like, no, I didn't. And he's like, no, you did. I was like, no, I didn't. Like completely just like, nope. And I just think it's one of my favorite memories of this random 50-year-old dude just being like, what is your retarded fucking son doing? And I'm like, I didn't do anything, man. You're lying. You know what I mean? And just like the UI, I was like, I can't wait for there to be computers like that. I was like, nah, I can wait. Thanks.
Well, and this is coming off, the previous week of that time in your life when you were practicing being an ethnobotanist in the gallery with your mom.
Exactly. Yep, 100%.
Ponytail, mixing up potions and shit in there.
the guy who's like, hang on, let me bring the bleep bloop across the Deacon and he fucking grabs a little disc and he like sticks it in the side, and then all of a sudden like the guy's face comes up on Tom Cruise's screen. He's like, thanks, Billy. And he's like, yeah, what's that in the corner? That's not a 6, that's a 9. He's at the train station. Quick, send his fucking team stat. And they're like, fire up the jetpacks. Choo. We got him.
Wee woo, wee woo.
John Sanderson, you're under arrest for wanting to kill your wife for cucking the fuck out of you in your bedroom.
I forgot my glasses.
Why, Genie? Why?
Did he leave the door open?
Too quick. Hang on.
I
Confirm,
forgot
door
my
open.
glasses.
Did he leave the door open?
Okay, so clearly I guess I should have gone first.
That's why I was
Maybe.
trying to get you to go first.
Yeah, I know. Too bad. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I love this movie. I loved this
love
movie.
you.
I love this movie. Polly Positive's back for another episode. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. I will say this, and this is like sort of like a on-air complaint to Paramount. Like now that they own like everything in the world, I don't know why they can't make their stupid apps work right. And I was unable to watch this on my television, which really distressed me greatly. So I had to watch it on my phone, but I still enjoyed the hell out of it, man. I
might have
loved this movie
helped.
when it came out. You know what? It might have.
It might have.
I loved this movie when it came out, and I loved watching it this week. Like same thing as when I've watched it in the past. Just it's a great edge of your seat thrill ride, but it's also a thinking man's action movie. You know, it's a solid adaptation of a Dick story. I mean, the source material is so good, obviously, and you know, with Spielberg directing it, they didn't screw that up, which was great. And the cast is excellent. The dialogue is great. Like the tech, I didn't really focus on that a whole lot. We can kind of talk about that more at the end of this. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it as much as I always enjoy it. You know, freaking jetpacks. Everybody knows how much I love jetpacks. So it's like,
You
know,
love a good
I don't
jetpack.
know. I really liked it, man. I feel like it held up. But I mean, just in the high level, continuing on beyond high level, I see what you guys are saying about some of the tech. Yeah, it definitely, you know, dated. Like the the hollow thing, you know, the little hollow projectors. Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess they're I mean, yeah, they're stupid kind of, you know, like at the time they were cool. Now they definitely look kind of silly, sort of, you know. I don't know. Like I wasn't really focused on that. I didn't think about that stuff too much, you know. I like comparing the tech. Like I just kind of like was like remembering the movie the way I remembered the movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So it didn't really look dated. It just looked like Minority Report to me. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. It didn't have that effect on me, you know? Like, I don't know.
I don't know if the tech thing is about being dated. For me, it's more about they were going for like this, like, and then the cars go sideways and they go vertical and they, you know, like, it's like they were trying to go for this like sort of wow factor that like in retrospect watching it, like just it doesn't feel like it feels like there's like varying degrees of like advancement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like some things just seem like wildly far too high tech and other things don't, you know, like aren't. And, you know, then there's just like weird convoluted things like the fucking Rube Goldberg machine that like spits out a fucking, you know, perfectly polished fucking wooden ball with a name on it. So it can't be like it's coming from inside the fucking house. Like obviously it could be fucking faked. Right. And like, you know, what would be the difference if of just having like the name pop up on a fucking screen? Like what it still comes through the same fucking channel. Like what difference does it make if you like, you know?
That's a really good point.
It's just another one of those things where it's like, you know, oh, we did
it's
this
like
because it's like a cool thing to watch or whatever, you know.
But like who's carving
it's
the
like,
balls? So if it's just a robot, it's like you just hack the robot, right? Unless it's like Samantha Morton in there, like fucking grinding away at it.
No, it's not. It's like it shows it. It's like comes out like a block. It's a block of wood, and then like it gets like laser etched and polished, and then comes rolling down its little fucking
Right. But it's like, why
marble maze?
Why bother? Why don't we just skip that and just like send it straight to the screen? Like that's
because it looks
a good
cool,
point.
bro.
Yeah, because it looks
all the
cool.
information
So
they're getting is still coming from a screen. Like they're getting the name and stuff on the ball, but like every other relevant point of information is coming from like, you know, recordings of the precog's dreams or whatever. So
sure. No, I think that's a really good point. Like there is a lot of like let's make this like wowy and like future-y for the sake of like wowing people, you know, and it's kind of like
I think it's a Spielberg old school serial Lucas-y kind of
it may be
fascination with fucking Jetsons kind of stuff.
Sure. And I mean like you're right about the cars. It's just like why is this there? You know what I mean? Like it's like why do we have these weird maglev cars that rotate? That go to your balcony, and then it's like, and then there's regular cars too. Like I don't know.
Well, it's like the minute you leave the city, you need like a regular car that can like drive down dirt roads and shit. You know,
so dumb. I don't know. It's like, can't you come up with some better solution for all of that? You know, like how about just like
it's called a subway.
It's called a jetpack, bro, because those go everywhere. Okay,
everyone's got
yeah. You know,
No,
I mean, it was cool at the time, but like in you know, seeing it now, it just seems like I was like, oh, they did that just so that, you know, we'd be like, ooh, it's so sci-fi. Ooh, they have transparent screens. We'll never see that in any other film.
Right. Ever, right? Yeah. No, you're right. Oh God, you're gonna make me hate this movie by the time we finish this episode, dude.
Dude, speaking of handcrafted wooden balls, fucking there was like, you know, you haven't watched a movie in a really long time, and you're like, I think I remember what's gonna happen next, but then you kind of confuse yourself. I was watching. They had the trackballs. Like they were like on the desks were like those little old school trackball things, and I for some reason thought they were gonna like hide one of the name balls as the trackball. You know what I mean? Because like they looked like wooden balls, and I thought they were gonna open it up and be like, see, and hold it up.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
And then they didn't, and then I was like, oh, guess I'm fucking having a strong again.
And that would have been,
yeah,
you know,
that would have been
done that with his own name.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, swapped it out. He's like, nope, nothing here. And then like the guy is like doing it and flips it around one day. Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh my god,
something must be wrong. It's blank. I don't know.
And then they never show it, like them using the trackball.
Right?
Nope.
Right?
The trash cans were so filthy. They never show him using the trackball.
That's the most Kev thing to say.
That is really a very, very thing to say.
It is. You're right.
I'm going to be a total asshole here. And like, I think what Ben said, it was like, should we watch this Minority Report to cleanse our palates and get back to normal Tom Cruise? And he's like, is there such a thing? Like watching this, I don't know, man. Like I'm fine with Tom Cruise, but I actually found like Colin Farrell versus Tom Cruise to be very like, oh my god, it was so like two fucking roosters bashing their fucking chests together.
God,
you know,
a little bit, man. I don't know.
I had a hard time with it. I like them both, and I like them both for different reasons. You know, Tom Cruise is definitely, you know, John Wick levels of an action star, and Colin Farrell's an excellent actor, but the two of them just didn't really do it for me in this one. It was just a little bit too Dick Measury.
I thought the beginning was Dick Measury, and I think that was intentional. But then there was like an interesting dynamic and interplay that went on from that point on. So from that first scene in the office where, you know, he delivers that great line, you know, if it's a question of authority, you don't have any. You know, I love that. It's like stuffing it to the dude, you know, and then it's like a back and forth, like, no, look, my penis is larger. But then after that, I feel like it's kind of an interesting, as I like the Whitwer character. I think Danny Whitwer is an interesting character, and I like the way Colin Farrell plays it. So like, I think that their interactions henceforth from that like are much different and nuanced, and it's better, and it kind of soaks up some of the Dick Measuring from the beginning. That was my take on it, or that's how I see it.
they're both actors that I don't know. I'm sort of polarized by. Like, they've done some stuff that I really love, and
Yes.
they've done some stuff that I just fucking hated them in.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I had this weird epiphany watching them together that my favorite roles for both of them were roles where they were almost unrecognizable in prosthetic makeup.
Are you talking about Tropic Thunder and the Penguin?
Tropic Thunder and the Penguin. Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
Like,
that is interesting, dude. Wow. That is really interesting,
That's funny.
actually.
like, those are literally my two favorite performances from both of them, and
Yeah.
both of them they're wearing like ridiculous makeup.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Colin Farrell's like opening being Dick Measury, and then from then on it gets better. And all I actually remember of his character is the Dick measuring scene, and then him running around in a suit. Like, I actually don't remember him speaking for the latter 60 minutes of the movie.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
he doesn't
no,
even really
he
run into
definitely
Tom
does.
Cruise very much, other than chasing him through car factories and shit.
They have
Isn't he, like,
one or
kinda,
two.
like, figuring out other shit in other places.
Well, yeah, he has Danny Whitwer has other scenes, and then there's like one or two scenes with Tom Cruise later on that are different. You know what I mean?
He
But
goes and tries to intimidate his wife, which is kind of a fucking awkward scene.
yeah, it is awkward.
I don't know why
This
they
is-
made
But I
any
do- I
sexual
do-
tension in that one, but
Sure.
This little exposition-y little backstory about how he fucking left the seminary or whatever. It was just like,
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Unnecessary, maybe. I mean, only in that, like, you know, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not dumb because I mean the film is really like, you know, do you trust the technology and do you trust the precognitives? You know, like, do you have the faith? You know, so there is some question of. I mean, faith is question, and it's a theme sort of question throughout the film. It's like
Mhm.
having faith in the pre-crime or not. You know what I mean? And then it turns out it's like you can't because human beings are just shitbags as they always are.
We are
As
shitbags.
evidenced by Lamar Burgess and his actions, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What did you say that the sound that the jetpack? What did the jetpacks have on it?
Oh man, that was good.
Ben, you said something really funny.
wee woo lights.
We woo. You know what? Kev loves a jetpack, whether there's wee woo lights on it or not. I love those jetpacks, dude. It's like jetpacks.
I was eye rolling the shit out of the action sequences though. Like the factory thing
Why?
was just so I don't know. It's like why are they dodging fucking robot arms? It was like Kenobi and fucking Scott Anakin
Yeah.
fighting in the lava.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
green
yeah.
screen motherfuckers? Like, who gives a shit? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the kinetic, those little like kinetic rifles. You know, you spin them and then you
Those were
fire
cool.
that like blast. Those things were very, very cool. You know, I mean, I don't know that scene in the factory. I don't know. I guess I could have taken it or leave it. It was sort of a standard issue action chase scene through a
Yeah,
factory.
it's
You
just-
know, like
yeah,
nothing
vanilla chase bullshit.
special in it other than those guns.
Yeah, I don't know that jetpack fight. It's pretty silly.
In the alleyway starting one. Is that the beginning
Yeah.
of the,
The
car
whole-
sequence?
I don't know.
Can't remember.
No,
No,
that's
I'm
not the
just
big-
thinking
no.
fight
it's different.
scenes in general, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the jetpack fight is more or less offensive to me than the car factory fight. but-
Offensive. Oh man. What about it was offensive? Just the jetpacks were making wee woos, or just seemed unrealistic, or what?
Yes, all of that, all of
Yeah,
that,
sure,
and then
sure.
just him like I don't know, you know, it was okay. It's just like at some point watching this, and I think it was probably right about the time like we went into Peter Stormare.
Mm.
I kind of just like let it go and started to sort of, you know, I
Yeah.
don't know if I was enjoying myself, but I was just sort of like in the movie at that point,
Sure.
and
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
it's like okay.
just like letting it play out instead of being like, oh, this is so dumb, like every
Sure.
5 minutes.
Sure.
But you know, then we we cross the wall into the garden and the fucking plants start fucking stinging.
Oh my God.
I
And
love
I'm
that,
like,
man.
oh, God,
I
here we
love
go
that, dude.
Go to the random old lady, the fucking Black Widow old lady.
I've always been a fan of living plants, you know, and it's like when I saw that, I remember when I originally saw it, I thought it was cool. When I watched it this week, I thought it was cool. Like, you know, I don't know. I think that stuff's cool. I mean, it's like, you know,
it's just like, again, like, does it really work? Is it like, does it fit with the other tech that's going on? Is it, you know?
I mean,
it's just
to give you a serious answer, like if you removed the vines coming over the wall and every other little plant thing in that one sequence, like there's nothing that changes about the movie if you take those out. You know what I mean?
True.
So
Same with the sideways cars.
I think how I'm interpreting part of like your point, Ben, is that there's a lot of unnecessary things in this. You know what I mean? Like the plants, for instance, and like the jetpacks, like.
It was like
the way I'm
CG.
like,
we can use CG here. Hey,
exactly.
You know what we can do with we can put some cool shit with CG here. You know, like it's
exactly. These are things we could never do before. You know, and it's like sure, but do you need to do them? You know what I mean? It's just like the tech bros at Palantir that are currently engineering our demise. It's like, do you need to do this? No, you don't. You know what I mean? So like when I look at
the quote from Jurassic Park, like the scientists. You know, we're so.
Oh, when scientists were wondering,
we
could
never
they do it?
Stop to think if we
should do it.
Right. It's like the opposite of that. It's like it's the. I can't remember which is which, but it's like
no, it's something like that. It's like, you know, scientists were wondering if they could do it. They probably should have been wondering if they should do it.
Yeah,
or something along those lines.
And it's the inverse. Yeah.
I mean, look, when I look at the jetpack scene, like, I mean, look, I am such a jetpack fan, dude. You know that. But here's the thing: I am not such a jetpack loyalist that I do not see like the flaws. And what I will say about the jetpacks is like, I still love them in the movie because I love jetpacks, but. These jetpacks, to really fucking nerd out on this for a second, like they don't really work that great. Like they're really cumbersome. Like, and when you see them in the jetpacks, they look like they're hanging from the jetpacks. They don't look like the jetpacks part of them. Like when you watch The Mandalorian and those, you know, like in Mandalorian, dude, those bros just like one hand those jetpacks onto their backs and they're just like, they're off, man. And it's great. And you know what I mean? And it looks good when they're flying around. These packs look like the operator is harnessed in, and therefore it looks like the operator is kind of hanging from the jetpack. And then, you know, there's nothing wrong with like having a hand controller on the side, but it just sort of like lends to the sort of gawkiness of the whole situation. You know what I mean? They're not very like tactically or physically fluid in their movement and operation. So like when you get into the alley in that scene, you know, it's like it's no wonder that he's able to easily sort of handle them as he's climbing up the building, man, because they're so awkward to operate, man. You know, they don't seem very like you're not like they're not like one with the user. You know what I mean? Where it's like the piece of technology has become an extension of you and you're utilizing it to great effect. You know, it's like when Tom Cruise picks up that kinetic gun and starts spinning it around, it's just like, he looks like he's used it 1,000,000 times, man. When those guys are in the jetpacks, it looks like they just picked him up like down the block from where they're trying to catch John Anderton. You know what I mean? So
it's like you kept saying like they look like they're hanging from the jetpacks, and it's like, you mean it looks like they're hanging from the wires that they're actually hanging from?
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, that's exactly right, man. You know, and I mean, it's like
they seem like a hindrance rather than a help. It's just,
absolutely, man. Like not really well executed. And it's funny because like in the Nuggets, Spielberg was like, he admitted that the jetpacks will probably never be a thing, but he included them anyway because he's so fond of them from his youth. It's just like, well, dude, why didn't you do a better job with that? You know, if you're so fond of them, I mean, clearly me and him are jetpack bros. It's like, why didn't you do a better job with the jetpacks, man? You know, because it really it does look like awkward, and it looks like they are hanging from the freaking wires. You know, it's like, I can still watch the movie and get past that just because I like the movie and I like the story and it's, you know, all that stuff. But like, it's 100% true. Everything we just said, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not the only time they use them either.
Well, I think more broadly, it's like the jetpack wee-woos are unbelievable, but then the scene that they're choosing to use them in is an unnecessary. He like fights them in an alley, which I like the trope. I do like the trope of like the chief or the fucking boss is a bad guy, and now all of his guys have to get him, and then like the boss kicks their asses. I like that trope. It's kind of like
sure.
I don't know, it's a very actiony trope. But then you've got like badly designed or executed jetpacks, and then it's like I climb a fucking fire escape, and now they're jetpacking up to me fight sequence. You know, it's just kind of like the unnecessary.
It is unnecessary.
Use
You're
of
right.
a lot of it is just you're kind of like, I don't care about your jetpack fight, bro. I don't care about your car fucking robot arm fight, bro. You know, like I think if you strip all of the CGI out of this, even if you make it not sci-fi, there's some interesting story elements, but like it has to be sci-fi, and I'm down with the sci-fi. Like, don't get me wrong, but
sure,
I don't know, just the execution.
But the story is where it's at, and that's what keeps this movie going. So, like, we've talked. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Last week we talked about how much the script sucks, right? Now here you have the opposite problem, right? So you have like great money, great tech, great actors, great everything. The script is awesome, but the utilization of the technology almost ruins the movie. You know what I mean? Because here we are, 2002, so we're almost 25 years later, right? And it's like you guys are watching the movie and you're like, you know, and I'm still hanging on to it because of really probably nostalgia and the story. You know what I mean? But you're right. If you took away all of the CGI and all that crap and just made it like a regular story,
might have been more
right, with regular actors, it made it like super low tech. Like it would probably be just as good, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, I'm now you guys got me onto like this. Now I'm onto this jetpack thing. Like to take it even. No, really, I am. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go even deeper on this jetpack thing. I'm gonna go. I'm going balls deep on this jetpack.
Go, buddy, go. Dragon's fucking jetpacks, dude.
Dude, get a barrel of Dragon's milk ready.
Kev is not playing just the tip with the fucking jetpack.
Playing just the tip, baby. So look, I mean, here's the thing to take your whole thing another step, Ben. Like even more so is that they don't use the jetpacks as a regular mode of transportation, right? So if we were seeing them utilizing jetpacks as like a regular or semi-regular mode of transportation because it was quicker or easier for like actual tactical deployment, that would be one thing. But it's like when most of the time they're getting dropped in from the ship, and then this one scene, they decide that they're going to go after John Anderton in a tight close quarters city setting on jetpacks. Like that makes absolutely no sense. And even if you were to do that, right? I would say like if I was planning out that scene, I would figure out some sort of quick kind of deployment method so that when the operator hits the ground, they can like hit one button and the jetpack falls off onto the ground. So then they're completely free to use their entire body to apprehend whatever suspect they're going after because the jetpack is only holding them back that much more. It's like it's almost like they were only injected into the scene just so somebody could like jetpack up to him as he's climbing the ladder.
That's pretty much it.
Like
and so they can do the jump off, fly down, not die,
right?
Jetpack
and then fall through the window, and then go up through the ceiling, and then all of that other bullshit.
When
and
you
then
were
John
talking
Anderson
about it
still
as
escapes.
a mode of transport, it reminded me of like in this case, the jetpack is that last mile kind of idea of like the thing you use when you're close to your target. And it reminds me of commuting. And nowadays, last mile is like electric scooters. And so like you could swap out all of the jetpacks for like Segway electric scooters, and it would be the same thing. And just the idea of them like mall copping around, popping wheelies and chasing Anderton down on a fucking
Oh my
bike
god.
path. It's like it's exactly the same thing. Like that's literally what we were watching. Was just like some last mile transportation being used to fucking take down a baddie. And I just love
the
the idea
segue.
of fucking scooters, just like you only
Right?
can't go more than 20 miles an hour, chief.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
totally.
you could give them badass ones like I have, like the
that's
fucking
true.
70 miles an hour. Like,
Put a little
if you
fucking
want
mounted.
it.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
in
a little
the
minigun
same
on the back,
analogy,
dude.
like the 70 mile an hour scooter, like I ride a fucking scooter it's the nerdy one, like the shitty one, like whatever. I'm not talking shit about scooters, but in the analogy, the 70 mile an hour scooter is the cool jetpack. And in this one, we have the uncool jetpack. We have the just regular lame ass scooter. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of, I'm digging on that.
Yeah, no, I think it was like a really totally unnecessary all the way around thing. Like it doesn't need to be there. It's there just to make the action sequence cooler. But like if you took the jetpack again, if you like the factory scene, if you take the jetpack element out of it and you just have them chasing Anderton through a grimy alley and then into some grimy apartments, like how is that not exciting? Like
A good fight scene doesn't need to be,
exactly
done on a conveyor belt in a droid factory, like it.
Absolutely not, dude. You guys ever see them?
It's sorry, that's like it's just an artifact of the time, it's like CG was like
a big
really coming into its own. So like, directors are just like, oh, fucking do this. And let's, like, they're just like, sky's the limit, I mean, anything you can imagine, let's fucking do it. And it's just like, not necessarily to greater effect.
Agreed. Yeah. And, like it was cool when CG came out because it was like, okay, now we can like put things there that we could only imagine before, even like that we could never do with practical effects. You know what I mean? And it's like that in and of itself is a cool thing, right? But then you get to exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
It's like you're not using it to good effect. You're not using it to tell the story.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, in the same vein, it said I saw something that was saying this is the first movie to use previs, which actually the term previs was based on these previs characters, which I thought was a weird thing. But pre-visualization storyboarding stuff where they were using like game engines and or 3D environments to like mock shit up. So I definitely feel like they were fully in the land of new thing, use the shit out of it. And it just, just causes it to fall apart. It would have been perfectly banging at the time. I remember being like, holy shit, this is cool at the time. But that was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
But you watch a Star Wars movie, original trilogy, but I think more specifically Blade Runner for me. Like, I watched Blade Runner a handful of years ago for all of the reasons, and was just like, the amount of fucking cool shit they were able to do in camera, man. Like, it holds up fucking today. It'll hold up tomorrow.
Absolutely.
It'll hold up in 50 years. And it's just interesting to see a movie like this that just doesn't, like the effects just completely take away from it.
No, you're right. And like you take so compare it to Blade Runner 2049, right? Like Denis Villeneuve, like a newer director, right? Like unlike Spielberg and Scott, right? He comes in 20 whatever, and he makes that movie, right? And now he's had all of those years of everybody going, oh, we used CGI, and oh, we shouldn't have used CGI. That ended up ruining it, and now he has all that knowledge, and he uses it to great effect. So he uses a great mix of practical effects, CGI, and an absolutely killer script and story with great actors, and like that movie will hold up as well as Blade Runner.
Sure.
For the next 20 or 40 years, dude. I guarantee it. It's so damn good, man.
We've learned a bit of restraint,
Thank God.
Whereas, back in those days, it was just like,
it was
what
like
a fucking teenage boy would do,
Yeah, it's just masturbation, man. No, really.
Yeah, it is rather, that's not what I meant necessarily, but yeah, it is quite masturbatory.
Is that too?
It is masturbatory, yeah.
Well, and I feel like the Marvel stuff is very is like it's the current edgelord of using it too much. Like I feel like some people have learned some restraint, but the mega billion studio blockbuster shit still requires that level of
right.
Master
Well,
Chief.
but it's based on a fucking comic. It's based on comic
Yeah.
books where you kind of need that. Whereas this
'Cause
was
they're
based on like a
fantastic.
Philip K. Dick novel, and
Right.
So you didn't need to do that you didn't need to have a fucking jetpack alley fight in Blade Runner for it to be cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, right, exactly. And I think, to take this whole thing another step, let's talk about the dropship for a second. Yet another. There's two other unnecessary things, like the dropship. Okay, I kind of get it. Like, if it's a non-premeditated murder, they needed to deploy quickly. It's like, okay, I guess, sort of. But the whole those dumb yellow elevators that go up to the dropship, and then
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess dropping down on like a kind of like a tension wire, I don't know what the exact word I'm thinking of, man, is like a rappelling line,
like a rappelling line, like they do
kind
out
of
of
slows you
helicopters.
as you, that puts tension and slows you as you go. Like that kind of makes sense for quick deployment, like dropping out of a ship that's maybe, I don't know, a couple of 100 feet in the air. Like, sure, I guess I could see that, But I mean, it's the ship itself seemed a little kind of, does this really need to be here? Now that you have me on a freaking tear about this now,
Yeah. The answer's no.
I don't think that I don't really think that the ship is all that necessary either. They could.
It's a little bit easier to justify. It's like the militarization of the police is probably the most accurate thing that we have gotten to in the last 25 years.
Exactly.
So,
there we go.
Right.
Now
boys
we're
and their
talking.
toys with their drop ships. Like, I could definitely see like Nantucket Police Department buying a drop ship for like writing tickets and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, there's like that element. You could justify it. The like speed of deployment. You
The
could
Richard
justify
Brett Schneider action playset.
right? And then there's nowhere to land it, so you use the rope shit. Like, I don't know. I'm with you. It is no. The answer is no. Is it needed? No. Does it make it cooler? I guess. Like, I guess it does.
I don't know. It's like the yellow elevators. They're kind of stupid too. It's like, why does that all need to be there? Like, why couldn't is a Ford Econoline 350 not good enough to carry everybody to the job the job site?
King cab.
Right? Get the van with no windows and just put pre-crime on the side. And on like a magnetic stick on, like
go.
Boom.
Exactly.
Little pre-crime magnet, throw it on the side of the van. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
Am I imagining that the dropship also had like a weird sort of rotating seating arrangement so that like...
Yeah, it did. Vertically rotating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Also a little...
Dumb and unnecessary. And the ship looked like a backwards Slave 1.
Yeah, very Slave 1-ish.
Actually, I think you'll find it was Slave 2. Callback. Yeah, I don't know. I just I could see Spielberg, you got Spielberg and Hanks with all of the Band of Brothers stuff, and I could see Spielberg like in the room with the designers where he's like, can we make like a, airborne fucking airplane jump out the airplane style airborne ranger thing, but like make it from the future. And they're like, well, if the airplanes opened up like the top, like the space shuttle and turned sideways and we put jetpacks on, he's like, I love it. Like
yeah,
it's just so far down the rabbit hole of design that it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, it's kind of convoluted, and like I feel like if an engineer looked at it, they'd be like, this is just like...
This is all kinds of stupid.
I mean, you could do this, but why would you do this? Like, there's like a million better solutions to this problem.
Right.
Well, and I think Kev had it, which was you fly the jetpack from the fucking Popo station. You don't need to jump in a helicopter or whatever. But
you just fucking.
I mean, we're really
nerding
out here.
Well, really, I mean, like if you're talking about like some kind of like ultimate mobility, it's like, okay, well then just take the jetpack from the station, go straight to where you need to go, and then it's just like, and then you just detach from the jetpack.
Yeah, and if you want some coolness, it's them, flying in police formation over there, and that's cool enough. I don't know.
Right, exactly.
Potentially
like Mando
even
and his
cooler.
buddies flying around. It's pretty fucking cool. So, to your earlier
Potentially
point.
what, Ben?
Potentially even cooler.
Yeah, exactly. If you do it properly, yeah. There was a bit in here about it's really ironic that we're talking about this. That this, like, I like that this is where we kind of like started to focus on this sort of topic because like it says in this stupid nuggets section that Spielberg like hired all these people to come in like, and this is like way before he even started the movie, to design this like vision of the future. He had like all these different people. I cannot freaking find it to save my life right now.
Search for Kevin Kelly.
Oh.
He was one of the guys.
Here it is. Yeah, 3 years before production began, Spielberg assembled a team of 16 future experts in Santa Monica to brainstorm the year 2054, including, I'm not going to read the names, a professor at the Media Lab at MIT, a biomedical research guy from DARPA, dean of the School of Architecture at MIT, a new urbanism evangelist, one of the inventors of virtual reality, blah, 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 blah. So like, and like 5 other guys. And it's like all of those people helped him design this vision of the future. And then here we are 20 something years later, and we're talking about how poorly these like the choices were to overuse CGI and put unnecessary technology in the movie. Like I find that incredibly ironic. And I like I'm sorry to dunk on
I wouldn't
Spielberg
pin
too,
that
because
on
I no.
No, I would say that
I'm kind of pinning it on Spielberg.
My view is
Go ahead.
most of the things they talked about here, outside of previous, which they couldn't obviously remove as being unrealistic because it's the point of the movie, happen. You know, like the computer interface stuff, the like retina advertising stuff. A lot of the stuff is very fucking close to reality. And
Sure.
I think once he had his powwow with all of these great minds, they took it to the department that designs all the Coolosity department. And I think the Coolosity department is what fucked it up. So I would kind of probably assume they're a little bit more separated.
Maybe you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of was. I was kind of pinning it more on Spielberg himself. You know what I mean? Like he's the one that he's the one that runs the show, and like he clearly
he's
included the jetpacks. He included the jetpacks himself because he wanted to include jetpacks because they're cool. But it's like, okay, they're cool, but like use them in a cool way. Like even if they're going to make a cameo, it's like, I don't know, do something different.
Well, there's that other fucking nug in there talking about how Audi paid like fucking $5 million to have their cars futurized.
Lexus, yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if that whole thing was like product placement, where they had the fucking Audi factory because they needed to show Audi off, as opposed to it being any other reason, you know?
Yeah, no, that's true. Lexus paid I can't even believe they only paid $2 million for that. Yeah, well, whatever. Same shit.
Same shit, different.
It's two
chassis.
Stupid overpriced cars. I mean, Lexuses are actually decent cars, though.
So I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
The tech shit and the decisions. I think I'm mostly on your motorcycle with the script being the stronger of the two. I didn't think the script was amazing, but I definitely think it's strong.
It's very strong because of its bones.
But my actual main issue on this watch was Max von Sydow's choices at the end. I found that very confusing, that he goes the entire movie murdering people, and then at the end he's like, actually, never mind, I'm going to shoot myself and then prove that this isn't real and then fucking torpedo the thing I murdered a girl for. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
The choice for him to kill himself, you mean?
Yeah, because if him killing himself is him going against the precogs, which essentially means he's nuking the precogs. He's nuking the program that he did everything that he could to not stop. Like, he was willing to murder fucking everybody. He was willing to lock Anderton up forever. He was willing to murder Samantha Morton's mother. But then in the end, he's like, actually, I feel bad about this. I have a change of heart. I'm actually a good guy now. Like, it just didn't make any sense story-wise. It would have made a lot more sense for Sydow to kill Cruz, and then the program continues dystopia style, but like they couldn't make a sad movie, you know?
I mean, I like the theme of choice in that.
Yeah,
in that part, and in the part with Leo Crow, you know, like those are like strong themes in the movie or in the story rather. And so I like that, but yeah, I guess it's a little confusing to me. It was just like, he didn't want to go to jail. He didn't want to.
It was just Hollywood.
He didn't want to live.
Like, I didn't want to get busted.
Well, I mean, look, if you think about it like this,
I don't want to put the halo on and go to fucking Tim Blake Nelson's weird little fucking
Right.
pipe organ prison, you know?
Like he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to like he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to live with the shame of being a murderer and pre-crime failing. It's like the only option is, I mean, dude, you're already like 80 whatever. You might as well just fucking end
Nope
it,
out
you know?
at a cocktail party. I think I want to nope
Yeah.
out at a cocktail party. That's my
Cocktail
wear a
party,
tux
dude.
and
That
just-
was like a fucking state dinner, dude. That was like a bigger
I
deal
know,
than a
really.
cocktail party.
Fucking,
That makes
yeah,
it even
state dinner,
better, you know?
yeah.
So like,
Fucking
I
jump
don't
through
know.
a
That's
glass ceiling, like fucking, like the game.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
just,
exactly,
I was
exactly.
just thinking about that. Yeah, totally. Would have been great if you had just like stumbled off the balcony, you know, Tom Cruise. sitting
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So like, I don't know. I mean, I think even though I sort of pushed us in this direction, I think we're focusing on the wrong thing because I do think the source material and the story is really what's worth talking about here. You know, like
Yeah.
the story elements and like you know the precogs and all that stuff. I think Ben started to talk about unnecessary technology. We got all hung up on it and snagged on it and swept up in it, and it's all well and good, you know. Like wherever we go is wherever we go. That's how I kind of see it with the show.
Well, I
But
mean,
like
it is the weak point. It was the weak point for me on the watch too. So
it was, and like now I don't know. Like I still will watch this movie and I'll still enjoy it, but like I definitely see the weak points with the choices of technology and the overuse of CGI. And it's a great example of that because this was a prevalent thing in this time period as it had just sort of really become much easier to utilize that, you know?
yeah.
So
Let's send a bunch of little War of the Worlds fucking spider
clicky
robot
clackies.
thingies that fucking scan people's eyeballs into an apartment building.
So
That was kind
yeah,
of cool. I like that.
I like
actually.
the spiders. Yeah, I like the spiders too.
Yeah.
And like the way they came up with them was kind of
Very
interesting
dystopian.
too. Yeah, totally, man.
Like it's so fucking depressing. Like there's like the husband and wife that are fighting and they just stop for a second, get scanned, and then go back to
scanned.
fighting. Like it's
The
so.
worst are with the
I am a meat
kids that are
popsicle
like
from Fifth Element.
And what about the kids?
the kids that are just like you know freaked out by it. Like, can you
Oh yeah,
imagine
totally, man.
what the
So-
actual fuck, man?
I know. And there's like the
It's
two
so
people
dark.
banging. And I did like, I mean, you know, aside from that, like there's a lot of other things that I really like in this movie. Like, there's a really cool contrast between like dirty future and like super, you know, like squeaky clean future in this movie that I really dig. Like they show a lot of things are, you know, just like glass and clear and see through and clean. And then you get to other parts of the world and it's like just absolute abject filth, dude. You know, like when he goes to buy Neuroin and he, you know, from the guy with no eyes to the eyeball surgery with Peter Stormare, you know, to like just the alley with the jetpack was like disgusting. You know what I mean? So like, I kind of dug that it was like, you know, I guess he was sort of maybe visually trying to show that it's like, you know, here's the future so bright and clean. And then like every alley you turn down, it's like there's dirty little secrets, you know, like
And no cameras.
I did.
Like,
Yeah, I dig
none of the
that. And I
surveillance
really,
shit there.
yeah, right. And I dig that. And I dug that contrast in the movie. And the movie had sort of like a I guess the director, the DOP put like this interesting like bleach wash on the film that really like gave it that cool kind of washed out look, which I really liked. I thought it served the movie well. It kind of gave it an interesting bleak look. It didn't make any colors pop. There weren't a lot of colors in there anyway. And I don't know, I felt like that kind of served the movie. I've always liked the look of the movie, you know, and I like a lot of the shot choices that Spielberg made, you know, like the top down one. This is what made me think all this was like talking about the spiders, just like the top down view going through all the apartments. I really like that.
Yeah,
a
that was
lot.
cool.
I thought that
It
was
was
very
way
cool.
better. I like this scene with the spiders top down 100 times more than the John Wick 4 top down action sequence that everyone was fucking jizzing about. For example, I thought it was really good.
I agree. Yeah, it was really it was cool. So there was a lot of like cool shot choices.
I mean, it's
and
Spielberg.
stuff.
He's gonna do some shit right. I just they just overdid it.
Absolutely, man. I think just to focus on like a well, what I thought was a really good scene was like I really like the Peter Stormare scene, you know, like him coming out, like
hell yeah.
snot dripping out of his nose. His apartment
best part of the movie.
his apartment is just absolutely disgusting. He's talking about like, you know, sewing a dead cat inside his chest and then Tom, like, I remember when I first saw this and like he grabbed the green milk and drank it. And then there was like the rotten sandwich. I was like, oh, God, it's like the worst.
It was very gimmicky, but yeah, very cringy.
I mean, sure. I could see that. Yeah, gimmicky and kind of unnecessary, but like, you know, just how disgusting the apartment was and just like getting more backstory about Anderton there and, you know, just his interaction with Stormare, I thought was cool. It was a good scene. I like the way it was lit. I like how dark it was, you know, like there's a lot of dark scenes to contrast with the light and the sort of washed out look in the lighted scenes, you know, which
too washed out. Ugh.
Yeah, maybe. I liked it. I liked the light scenes being too washed out, you know, or overwashed or whatever. And the dark scenes were also very dark, you know. Dare I say too dark?
Yeah, I'm just going to throw another thing that I fucking hated. It's got a very green filter, like green filter thing going on, like the Matrix sort of, you know, like
yeah,
right.
And I feel like that's yet another artifact of that time. Like, you know, there was like a period where like every movie was like kind of brown. You know, like this one, there's like a very green filter thing happening, and it's like, ugh. It just makes everything look really sterile.
Yeah, fair enough. They did a wash.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess they actually washed the film and to mute everything, so it might have been part of that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before.
Yeah.
I think so too. The other thing too that I don't know, I didn't really notice this until this viewing was, you know, I think this movie shows like how influential The Matrix was as a movie because this movie like never noticed it before, but I was like, wow, this movie has a lot of Matrix elements in it, man. A lot.
I think The Matrix like is a major fork in the road for sci-fi, man. Like there's just no doubt. Like I would put, you know, like I don't maybe I do love it as much, but like it's a Star Wars level fucking flag in the ground for sci-fi movies and movies in general. Like mega fucking influential.
Sure.
For better or worse, for green tinged film or for action sequences.
Well, sure. You know, it was fine for The Matrix. I don't know why anybody else needed to emulate that, you know.
No one else needs to do it.
Yeah. I mean, needed to? No, I would say, you know, people just kind of jumping on the bandwagon of, you know, this is what everybody likes, so here we go. You know, it's just like everybody's doing it now. Like, oh, what's the next $1 billion franchise? You know, it's or whatever. You know, so yeah, it definitely doesn't need to be that way. But I can see why people copied it, and it's a compliment in a lot of ways. You know, it's like cool. You guys made something cool, and everybody wants to make something similar. So, you know,
yeah,
sort of a compliment. You know,
Stormare is the fucking man. Is where we started.
That's where we were, right?
Yeah, Stormare, honestly, like he brings so much magic in so little time.
He really does. It's a testament to his acting ability, and I like his assistant there, like the Swedish lady. She was great. I mean, isn't he Swedish? Isn't that where he's from?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I think you would know that, Ben, right?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
Isn't that near Njurgen in the Bjergen Fjords?
Exactly. He's not even listed.
He is Swedish.
Credits. He is Swedish. So yeah, having the Swedish like assistant, I thought was a great touch, you know, and singing the little whatever Swedish lullaby or whatever when she comes out of the shitter was great, you know, and just the whole sequence was just great. I just love that sequence.
He's able to make tension out of nothing.
He really is, man. And I mean, I don't know. I despite what you guys may think, I really liked. I thought Tom Cruise's performance in this was good. Like it was,
he did all right.
It was nuanced. Like he was very intense, very driven as a man, driven by the death of his child, and then I don't know. He goes through a gamut of emotions in this that I think serve the picture well and serve the story well. So I really enjoy him in this.
No, I'll take him
outing.
over Farrell in this. Actually,
I thought he was good in this. I just didn't find myself identifying much with his character.
Sure,
yeah,
but that could have been the same with the book because we haven't lost children or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, but losing a kid isn't an excuse to fucking,
become a neurone addict.
Well, to become a neurone addict is one thing, but also to become like the fucking I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, the pre-crime poster boy.
Sure.
I lost my kid, so fuck it. Everybody's going, it's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
We're going to cheat to win now, and it's like,
that's a little thin.
Kind of fuck you,
thin.
dude,
Yeah. No, that's a little thin.
Like I can understand, your motive in this, but also you're going way over the fucking bar here.
Sure.
I didn't like his character, but I thought Tom Cruise did a good job in this. Like it wasn't Days of Thunder where he's like, staring at walls and like, trying to do this fucking, I don't know what
my assessment was
movie, but
phoning it in, highlighted by bouts of yelling. That was Days of Thunder.
There you go. Yeah. Like he was engaged. He wanted to do this movie. He was clearly psyched to be there with Spielberg, etc. So yeah, he did a good job. I just I was less like in his character's camp.
Sure.
I was like in Samantha Morton's camp,
Oh, I got you now. Yeah, sure. 100%.
I was like, you're finally free. Thank God.
Yeah, right. I did like I did like the sequence that they did together when they're going through the mall and she's like, wait. We grabbed the umbrella.
Yeah.
Like that was cool and interesting.
Yeah, that was pretty
balloon, the balloon part was excellent. It's like, it's really just about perspective and where you're standing sometimes. You know what I mean?
That's
like
it.
it's crazy. It's so crazy.
Mm-hmm. I love
so
the
that was
mall
really
chase trope though, like it's T2.
Drop
it's
some
whatever,
money.
Yeah, it was. Drop the money. Totally.
It's the one thing about that future. I was like, they still have malls. Fucking goddamn it.
And they still have change.
Right.
Like that was kind of, I mean, not to go back to the freaking technology part of the conversation, but like I was surprised.
But
Like it's like you have eye scanners. So it's like you don't have some kind of like digital system of money. Not that I want one. I don't, but like that just seemed like a massive oversight.
You don't need to have eye scanners. You have a fucking device you carry around that knows where you are at all times and is constantly selling you shit. And advertising things to you every time you fucking pick it up.
Every fucking time you open it up.
We didn't need to install a network of fucking eyeball scanners to fucking sell you shit.
Totally. Dude, how about
But there's also
we just
the
made
Big
you
Brother thing.
utterly
It's like,
fucking dependent on it and then we
exactly.
fucked you over.
Big Brother's
did,
watching
like-
you. Can you believe how scary 1984 is? It's like, bro, we like fucking welcome that shit. And we're like, please take away my privacy. I would love your free service.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The fucking like the holographic giant annoying like instantly triggered ads like everywhere.
Oh my god, it's so gonna happen.
That would I would be smashing. I would be smashing shit with sledgehammers. God, that would drive me crazy.
They won't waste
Hey,
money where
Mr.
they don't have
Yakamoto,
to.
how did that pack of tank tops work out for you?
What did you say in that?
It'll never happen that way. If they manage to get people wearing like AR glasses constantly, then that will happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Or
that's
if they
worked so
manage to
well
turn, like,
twice.
If they manage to turn your car's windshield into a transparent screen or whatever, then they'll fucking do that. But,
Sure.
Yeah.
That's like the motherfucker that came up with a genius yet cringe idea of putting ads on the fruit stickers. It's like, mate, can we not have ads everywhere, please? Like, we really need an ad on a fruit sticker? Like, really?
One place that showed up is if I'm watching something on Prime and they insert a commercial, I'll get like a, hey, you've bought this product before commercial.
Oh,
God.
really?
Yes.
That's annoying.
Whoa.
I haven't
Yeah.
experienced that yet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very annoying.
Because we're so far behind the States in terms of e-commerce over here. It's just like we're basically 10 years behind on most
Good.
commerce purchasing behavior stuff. Like people are weirded out by buying shit online. And
Good.
like 5 years ago, and I was like, yeah, you buy your toilet paper online. They're like, what? You know, whereas like now, like we have Amazon. It literally came here a couple of years ago. It was never here before. And yeah, it's just.
But you can get arrested for calling
Prime
somebody a
ads
jerk
here,
on
I
Facebook.
found. I was going to ask you because like the Prime ads here are like I've honestly never seen worse ads in my life. It's the only time I'm exposed to TV ads because I don't put up with that shit. And it's
same.
like the weirdest, most psychedelic insurance commercials and shit.
Mhm.
It's just like the most gibberishy, what the fuck am I even watching? This ad makes no fucking sense ad. And I'm just curious if there's any of that over there or if it's just over here.
Yeah, I would say so. Like I'm not exposed to a ton of ads, but like, of course, Paramount was just kind enough to jack up the price of my basic subscription, which includes ads. So I always have to choke a couple down before I watch something, and it's like the ads have just gotten dumber and dumber, and like, here's me, I like provide voiceovers for ads exactly like this in my spare time, like,
Hey, you gotta make your money.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, they're just, I don't know. The ads just seem more vapid than ever and more utterly soulless than ever. I remember
They're
when they were
really
like
dumb.
cool ads that actually like made you like
Yeah,
get
funny
excited
ones or
about
something.
something. Well, funny, or like, you'd be like, get kind of jazzed up about something, man, or,
Memorable jingle, something.
yeah, memorable jingle or something that made you feel proud about a product you already owned, or I don't know, whatever, man. Like that stuff used to exist. Now it's just like,
They're so weird now.
buy more things.
I mean,
Well, it's not even that. It's like these insurance ads, and it was like,
yeah,
some lady goes and buys balloons from a guy for a birthday, and it makes her fucking car float around, bashing into skyscrapers, and she should get insurance for that. And it's like, what the fuck?
It's
Who
not
fucking
funny.
spent
That's
$2 million on this. Like, what are you trying to communicate to me, dude?
like somebody was talking about, like, I was watching this interesting video about like comedy movies and like where they went, and I remember myself complaining about that and Ben saying, no, dude, there's funny stuff out there. I've seen tons of funny stuff, and like, I think that there is funny stuff out there. I think the difference is that I just don't have as much time to watch stuff. Right.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That is what it is. But like, I think the guy in the video had a very valid like point, like about like, and what he was saying was that like comedy did kind of go away because like people got overly sensitive about certain topics. And then he said that
comedy never went away.
Like the new writers, you know what I mean, dude? The new writers are just less funny. Like the people that are coming in now, the new crop of writers, right? That's come in after that, like, once all the Talladega Nights and Anchormans and all those ended, like the new crop of writers now, they're just not that funny. And that extends to, I think, what you're saying, Chad, about,
or it's generational or something.
About ads.
I could see
like,
a world
people,
where like
people are trying to write funny shit, but it's not funny.
Relevant to me, and it ain't relevant to me anymore. I don't know. I used to really like the funny ads, though. Like I don't know, you just don't really see it. Even on like the Super Bowl and shit. I don't know.
Sure, the Super Bowl used to be a place to go see either something really cool and interesting and funny, or funny. Like it was all kinds of. People would just watch the halftime, to see the commercials, or just watch the game to see the commercials. Like it was like a fun thing. Now it's just like,
I think it's just the saturation. Like there's just so many ads, so many comedy specials that there's plenty of good stuff. It's just you have to wade through a lot of other stuff. Like, me and Em really likes comedy, and we'll watch some of her favorite comedians that have a new special pop up. And I even find that like expecting a comedian to come up with a new hour of content every year is a very heavy lift. Like it's just hard to come up with really, really, really good stuff. And the specials from people that we love are getting less and less entertaining, like, I don't know.
Right. And there's like a huge amount of comedians now that have more exposure. So it's like there's more of them out
which is
there.
great. I love it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you could get some, kind of cross-pollination of jokes too, which isn't so great. So,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, this all came from Nakamura's fucking Gap purchases, the tank top purchases. I don't know. I just think that the eyeball advertisement shit is a little too close to home. I'm just like, fuck you.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah, we totally have this. It's just you don't need an elaborate
Yeah,
fucking
it's
system.
just not exactly that.
It's not dressed up that. It's not dressed up
I don't
like
need to
that.
get my eyeballs
Yeah.
changed.
Sure.
How quaint is the like live action newspaper, before a smartphone is invented, trying to communicate how live
Right.
information will be
God.
presented to you. It's so cute.
It's so weird.
Right. The live action cereal box.
Dude,
That was
what about
great,
that?
dude. I feel
that
like
was
that
crazy.
100% needs to be, some fuckhead here is going to do that, where he has to throw it across the room to get it to shut the fuck up. Like, I loved how fucking horrifying that was.
Yeah, because like kids need more shit to steal their attention and distract
It's
them.
Amazon, though. It's like when Kindle was like, you can buy the cheap Kindle with ads, and every time you turn it off, there'll be a fucking ad. It's like, you can buy this cereal, but it has to have this video screen on it, and it's going to fucking jabber at you. It's 100% like 100% real. Like, I feel like that's totally going to be a thing, and I hate it. And it also made me laugh that the guy had to throw his cereal box across the room because he was so fucking annoyed. It's
That
pretty
was funny.
It's cringy but funny. Like, it's like, oh my god, that would totally be me.
Yeah, I would be throwing it across the room as well. Sure.
But now with the AI, it'll be like talking to you the whole time. Be like, no, don't take me outside. No, put me on the table. They're like running it over with your fucking car
Sure.
while it screams and stuff.
Right. Yes.
There's a whole new meaning to pissing in your cornflakes.
Yeah.
Right? I presume we're kind of bitsing and bobsing here.
Oh yeah. We gotta.
What's your opinion on the fucking pee in the pool, 3 people in the pool, white milk thing? Like, it's kind of visually interesting, and I kind of am glad that it's 3 precogs in a pool instead of like 3 precogs in a cubicle from a visual standpoint. But it's kind of also silly. I feel like I'm fine with it, but it's also similarly as silly as, drop ships and jetpacks.
Yeah, it's all about the way it looks.
Just visuals.
It doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Let's put all this sensitive sensor array fucking, brain scanning equipment into liquid.
because it feeds them.
It doesn't see. Yeah. And just that really got this. The precogs in general really got to me this time. Like, I was like, just not like that, they're stupid or something, but just the fact that they're basically enslaved in this, like,
Yeah. It's pretty rough.
Yeah. I was like, no, we got to get these guys out of there. Like, fuck this
Yeah,
shit.
I wasn't a fan of that either. Like, it seemed so like, oh, okay, when I watched it, back in 2002. But like, yeah, this time I was just definitely like, why would you do that? Like,
But the creepy tech kind of sends it over the top. The guy's like, I'm so
he
glad you're
does.
back.
Oh, I'm so
Like,
glad you're
rubbing her
back
face
here.
and shit.
Let me give you your medicine. It's like, oh, gross, dude. Like when Tom Cruise gets her out of there and he's in the car with her and he's like, oh, it's just the drugs. They'll wear off soon. And she's like, is it now? Is it now? It's just like, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine being in that kind of like a fucked up drug dream for that long, dude? 6 fucking years.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah. And then like, I mean, even the people in the Gideon's little House of Horrors there was like, what's going on in there, man? Like,
Oh, the
what are
like
they,
spank
just,
tanks?
like, are they just like in stasis or what? No, not the spank tanks, the prison thing. Gideon's the Oregon guy.
right.
Tim
Yeah,
Blake
yeah.
Nelson.
Dude, Tim Blake Nelson's Oregon prison or whatever. That was excellent.
Yeah,
I want
it's
to be
I
in that
love it.
prison.
Pipe
I'm going to
Oregon
prison. Go to
prison.
Tim Blake Nelson's Oregon prison.
Yeah. Rocking a nice New England accent too, by the way.
Ah,
I don't
fuck
know if
yeah.
you noticed that.
Wicked pissa.
Yeah.
Dude, those spank tanks are pretty funny though. Where the guy's like, "Oh, what the fuck you doing here, Anderson?" It's like, "Nah, I got a precog." He's like, "Bullshit," you know. All those other people around are like,
no, I like his response.
He goes just
great.
like,
No, his response is awesome. He goes, "Yeah, you brought a precog here."
Here.
You know, like I was like, "Right on, dude." Sorry, you were gonna say what?
just the one bit where the where the precog cops come in to bust the place up, and there's the one dude that's just like getting like fucking getting his knob fucking polished and like via like accolades, you know, like everybody's just like,
Yeah,
"You're the
like,
best,
"You're
man!"
great.
Like, yeah,
Yes, I love that one.
It's like I know.
Yeah.
What?
I really like that one.
But it's so funny too because it's like that guy just needs validation. So he's just like, it's like the most vanilla thing, and the other guy's like, "I want to kill my boss." Like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I said I want to kill my boss.
Okay, I got it. Now the
Yeah, that
accolades
was
guy
funny.
is kind of better. I feel like the like kill my boss guy is the tropey one, and the other one's like
It's just it's pathetic.
so pathetic.
Yeah,
It's so fucking pathetic.
it's pretty pathetic.
I love it.
What else? What else do we really like here?
I kind of like want to shout out Neil McDonough, even though I feel like his character was the largest nothing burger on fucking earth.
You know what? I got to agree with you, man. Like I'm
I love that guy.
I'm the biggest Neil fan, and ever since I first saw him in First Contact, I've just been a huge fan. I love him in everything he does.
Wow.
But yeah, it was a little sort of vanilla in this. Disappointingly
nothing.
vanilla.
He's the second in command who's supposed to take down his boss, and it doesn't work because his boss is the Superman. Fucking good for you. Woo woo. But
Yeah, and they didn't
Fucking
really
love him.
write him strong enough, you know.
nah, they didn't. That scene between Sydow and the wife, whatever Anderton her name was well done. Where she kind of realizes, and it's kind of implied that Burge is going to have to take her fucking down to Chinatown too, you know?
He's gonna have to take who down in Chinatown? The wife?
He's going to have to take out the wife or shut her up because she's onto him.
Right. Yeah.
Because we were talking about Tom Cruise's character not like being gung-ho for the precog shit. And then in
Sure.
that conversation between the wife and Sydow, it's like, no, he did it because he didn't want anyone else to have this happen to them. You know, it's just like, fuck off.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
What are you ejecting on?
I'm just looking at stuff on Minority Report.
I'm looking at fucking Neil McDonough's page right now. Dude, he's from fucking Dorchester.
Totally
Is he?
guy. Oh yeah.
We have a double.
Yeah, he's
ejection.
like a
Both worthy.
he's another like
He looks
He's
like
a fucking, he's a
he looks like a
masshole.
McDonough. He might actually be related to me. My cousin is from Dorchester, McDonough. So like,
Oh my
wouldn't
God.
surprise
Oh,
me,
dude, he's
actually.
totally
If-
related to you.
I think he
bro, if you yeah, that sounds like that sounds like some New England shit right there. If you are
Because
related
like
to Neil McDonough, dude.
my cousin, so my aunt married a McDonough, so he'd be like my cousin, my third cousin once removed in law or some shit, and I'm gonna hang on to that motherfucker like that celebrity connection like a motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, there you go.
I want to see him and be like, "Yo, McDonough, cuz." He's like, "All right, man." He'd just bear spray me and take a sip from his Bud Light.
You should keep your eye out and see if he shows up at a con, like, you know, in your area.
Totally, go and just yeah.
Get the you know, like the autograph package or whatever, and go be like, "So you're from Dorchester, right? I got a cousin
Right?
that
Like,
I think we're related."
Yeah. Pat, Pat McDonough, the fireman? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's my fucking brother. Yeah.
Dude, you can't get more Dorchester than my cousin's husband. He's awesome. He's a teacher and an artist, but he slings hot dogs at Fenway. Like, he's one of the hot dog dudes that has, like, the yellow hat, and, like, I just love
Sure.
that. He's like, "All right, I'll see you guys later." And it was like, "Where you go?" He's like, "I gotta go sling some dogs." Like, okay, bud. Have fun. It's just my favorite. It's like, I love that. I want to be I want to do that. I want to go sling dogs
Yeah.
at Fenway. It'd be such
I
a
like
fucking
that
cool
too.
night.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Neil McDonough was in Legends of Tomorrow. I hate when DC puts like stupid extra letters in the names of their characters just to make them different. Like like Apocalypse, or
Yeah.
his character
Yeah.
Damien Dark, spelled DARHK. Ooh, so
Whoa.
stupid, dude.
Actually, he probably put that in there. He's like, can we pronounce it Dak?
Yeah, really. It's funny.
Wicked fucking Dak, Chief.
Dak, Chief. Damien Dak.
That should be a superhero, Dak Chief.
Dak. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, love me some Neil, dude, and Patrick Kilpatrick too, man. I like that guy too. He's been in a ton of stuff. He's great.
What was he? What is he? Who was he?
He played the other like the third in command kind of guy.
Oh yeah,
the character's name was Not, but he's been in a he was in Eraser. He was in all kinds of stuff, man. He's been around.
Cool.
Yeah. I think that's all I got for.
Last thing I will throw out is the
bits.
smashing through the door and not realizing why you're going to kill the guy, and then it turns out they were faking that it's the guy that stole your kid, the Snow or whatever his name was. What was the guy's name? Crow.
Leo Crow. Leo Crow. Yeah, that
was a pretty crazy
me.
scene. That was a pretty intense,
dude.
Interesting, crazy scene.
I actually forgot about that plot point. Like, so when he finds out that that was a setup, I was just like, oh man, I'd be.
But the ride
upset.
you go on as a viewer, where you're like, why? He's like, why would I kill somebody? I don't want to kill anybody. And then he walks in and he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm definitely going to kill you. I'd be like, yeah, I would be the same. I would be exactly the same. Be like, oh, you're 100% fucking dying.
Yeah.
So it's completely plausible. And then it turns out it's a, fake setup thing.
Yeah, I remembered them busting into the hotel room and finding all the pictures and shit, but I couldn't remember how it played out.
Yeah. Right.
And then he ends up, kind of killing him. Like the guy kind of kills himself, to be fair, but
he kills himself. Yeah.
Yeah, but no one's going to believe that he kills himself. I think it's interesting. It's it's actually like an example of a well-handled plot point in an ocean of poorly handled plot points. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's very nuanced.
Yeah, it was well handled. It kept you kind of on the edge of your seat a little bit, like wondering like what's going to happen there. And it also illustrates how the system is flawed, Yeah,
100%.
Like,
sure, yeah.
Like for all intents and purposes, it looks like Tom Cruise killed him, even though he didn't. You know? So,
and they literally have preconceived notions because of the precogs. But it turns out,
go figure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
They should have called it pre-con.
Yeah, man.
But it's actually like probably the best moment of storytelling because it pokes a hole in the precog thing, but does it? You're kind of questioning it because you're like, well, he did kill, like the guy's dead, but it does kind of like, tear at the edges a little bit. And it's not until Side blows his fucking brains out at a cocktail party that it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
It validates your thinking all along that it's actually, you do have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
The book goes the other way, I guess.
Does it?
Where the baddie at the end is killed by Anderton, thus validating the precog. Darker, more Philip K. Dickish, but
much darker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More dick.
More dick.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of dick, I've been watching Pregnant Pause.
Oh.
I've been watching Man of the High Castle
dick.
season 4 again. Fuck, man.
Wait, what? Season 4? High Castle?
Man of the High Castle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It just came on Netflix, dude. I'm like, oh.
That's why I saw it. I was like, I'm gonna watch. I watched like the end of season 3, and then I'm like,
I really
season 4 again.
Yeah,
Fuck,
I think I'm gonna lobby hard. I want to do that, but I want us to like do it right and like take our time and do each season and not choke it back to the point where it's uncomfortably annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that one's worth doing. Like, if we're gonna
That could be a 2 for land if Benny's not interested too, you know? Like,
broach the subject, sure.
it's a good one. It's a good one.
I think that's good Philip K. Dick. I think that
But Philip K. Dick
I
has
think
just got so many good ideas, you know, and it's interesting
he
to see
does.
this
I
one
think we
executed
can
in this
convince
way.
Ben to do that with us, though.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not fucking 6 episodes on it, though.
No, not 6. All right, let's NDR this and tie it to a tree and shoot it.
NDR, we already did a bunch of nugs. I don't have any more nugs.
There's one nugget I found interesting. There's a lot of them,
Actually, there was
by
one
the
that
way.
I had highlighted too. What was it?
And that one was that this was originally supposed to be the sequel to Verhoeven's Total Recall, right? Because it's a dick movie, which is a stupid ass idea. I mean, like, from a nerdy perspective, it's just like, why the hell would you try to shoehorn this into some kind of sequel for Total Recall when it's clearly not, and it was never intended to be from the original writer. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting, like what they were trying to do, you know, like take this, change the name of the character from Anderton to Doug Quaid, blah, 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 blah. It's like kind of interesting, you know, but I'm glad it never went to fruition because I think that would have been a fucking disaster. So anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck that.
Exactly.
Chief.
What do you got, Chad? You had one highlighted, you said.
No, I had one highlighted and I just found it, and it was basically talking about that final choice at the end where Old Mate shoots himself.
Sure.
Yeah, the original short story, Anderton realizes the precog's prediction was wrong and is able to choose not to commit the murder, but when his victim announces his intentions to publicize the fact to discredit precog, Anderton decides to kill him anyway, thus apparently proving that they're so actually, yeah, interesting. So in the book, it's the pre-crime shit is bullshit, but Anderson's so gung-ho that he fakes proving that it is true. So it's actually even more fucked up. Okay, whatever. Philip K. Dick, man, there's some serious dick going on there.
Wow, there's another really weird nugget I just read. I'm not going to repeat it though. Deaths. We had I had 2. I think that was it.
Yeah, you guys both ejected for a minute there.
Okay, yeah, we had some injections. I ejected on the movie, and Ben, what did you eject?
I was half an
on,
hour
Ben?
late. I should probably get a death for that.
You are dead.
I don't know, I guess you could call it an eject. But I had a couple. Technically, I guess. One would be to confirm that Peter Stormare was from Sweden, and the other would be to...
That was like a Jimmy Google death. Yeah, I wouldn't call that a death. It's like a Jimmy Google. Sure.
You know, yeah, and then sort of nerding out on Neil McDonough for a minute and finding out that he's from Dorchester.
Yeah, Neil McDonough, that I would call that an ejection, because like I said some shit and both of you guys are like, because you're reading some shit.
Yeah. Just for a sec.
Basically.
Just for a second.
The chat is fucking boring death.
And why did you die? Because you did what, Chad? You didn't. Oh, you were late. God, that's true.
'Cause
You
I
get a
was late.
tardy. You get a tardy death.
The TARDIS
Chad
death.
gets a tardy.
I don't feel tardy.
Ooh, I like that. I don't.
I do feel tardy.
That's from Hot for Teacher.
I know, it's nice. Yes, that was good. TARDIS death. I like that.
Never
Or
go full
being
TARDIS.
Tardy. Good
Oh,
times.
feel
And I
tardy.
also had, rounding it out, I had the Tim Blake Nelson death. Couldn't remember his name at the beginning, and also I couldn't remember the name of the movie. Oh brother, where art there? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh brother, where art thou? Christ, that's a freaking.
Oh,
death.
brother, there you are.
Yeah. Oh, brother, there you are. Yeah. So anyway, that was that. Yeah. So sort of, you know, decent little round of deaths there. Nothing to write home about. I had a hat trick. Ratings. I would totally recommend this movie. Like, despite everything we talked about, like, I still hold firm to like all the stuff I said about the tech. I still can just sit and enjoy this movie for what it is. And I like it. And it's a fun little romp and run. And I would recommend people watch it. I'm done.
I think for me, I wish that I had the memory of it because I was fonder than the revisit. So I'd say maybe if you have fond memories of it, leave it be. If you don't have fond memories of it, yeah, is it like a popcorny, actiony sci-fi thing? Yeah, sure. If you're in the mood for it, go for it.
There you go.
Word. Yeah, despite all the complaining about this, I did sort of find myself in the midst of the movie and just sort of like melding with it.
You got there.
Up to the end. I got there. I stopped resisting and I got into the flow of it. I don't know. It's okay, but again, it's just it's of its time,
It is. I think saying that it hasn't exactly aged great, and I think it's propped up by the story, I think is really kind of key, and so some of the performances as well. But I still think it's worth people checking out. Like,
yeah, I mean, presuming you've listened to the conversation, if none of that shit is really going to bother you, then go ahead and check it out. If it is, then you already know that it's not for you. So,
and if you're a jetpack dork like me, watch it, bro.
Timestamp 20 minutes, 15 seconds if you want to see some jetpacks.
These are the timestamps of all the jetpack scenes in the movie.
If you want to watch some actors get tugged awkwardly around on wires, then yes.
Totally. Alrighty. Slab, what are we doing next week, bro?
Are you away next week, Ben?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Charlie Wilson's War is really good.
What is that? I've heard the name of that so many times that I've never...
It's Tom Hanks, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Julia Roberts. It's actually really good. If you've never seen it, that'd be worth
what is it, though? Is it like a war movie? Is it like, what is it?
It's Charlie Wilson, who's a congressperson who goes to convince... He goes over and he realizes that the Afghan Mujahideen in Soviet Union needs funding. And so, like, he basically takes on the idea of getting the Mujahideen funded in Afghanistan against the Soviets, and then it essentially like kickstarts all of
that bullshit.
September 11th. Yeah, it's quite a good movie.
Yeah, okay, we could do that. Slab, what are we gonna do next week? Isn't Benny gone?
Benny's not with us, so obviously we'll be in Wartown. Charlie Wilson's War is very good.
Wartown.
It's a very good Tom Hanks.
Wait, what? It's like Charlie Wilson's War?
Funny, Charlie Wilson.
Hang on, this is the part where I pretend like we didn't just have a conversation about doing this movie. Yeah, with totally. Charlie Wilson's War? What is that?
What is Charlie Wilson's War? Tom Hanks, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Julia Roberts. It's really, it's quite good. I remember,
two of our most celebrated American actors. I can't wait. Sounds great.
Yeah, sounds wonderful.
Well, there you have it, folks. Two for next week with Chad and myself. We're going to do Charlie Wilson's War. Ben is gone. And in fact, he left already. He just dipped. He's not even going to. He's not even. Oh, he is here. No, he is here. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thanks for joining us for Minority Report and all the tangents we went on. We love you. So long for now. And that's going to wrap up this week's episode. If you'd like to check out the show notes, you can do so in your podcast app of choice or our website, ebd.fm/episodes/342. Additionally, if you would like to support this great endeavor of ours, you may do so in a number of great ways. You can do so on Patreon. That's right, patreon.com/EBD podcast. You can also tell your friends, loved ones, and most importantly, your coffee barista to check out our show. And then
put it
you can also I absolutely love that, so I had to include that this week. It was really good. I even wrote a note to myself to say that. Also, you can rate us and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your dystopian worldview. And that's it. If you want to join us on social media, you can join us on Instagram. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining us for Minority Report. We'll see you next week for Charlie Wilson's War in a twofer with Chad and myself. That's it. So long for now, folks.
Beady.
Kane Capshaw!
His daughter